I use this one Google Doc sheet every day, and it helps me get rid of 99% of distractions. Being an entrepreneur in the digital age has its benefits, but it also has even bigger pitfalls. I was in this situation where I found myself swamped with tasks every single day that never seemed to end. I used to look at the clock and 2 hours had passed and I had nothing to show for my work. I used to crave for a better way to see where my time went during the day or even the week. To see progress in some sense can be very beneficial. When I used to work in corporate, I used to have a very particular boss that would want me to send them department roll-ups at the end of every day. As much as I struggled and didn't enjoy this process, it came to be one of my biggest strengths. And it stuck with me until this day. So what I ended up doing is building out a tracker that allowed me to track every half hour of the day and make sure I hit specific productivity goals along the way. The ability to hold yourself accountable to every 30 minutes of time sets up a standard for your work that will compound and make you more productive over time. I spend less than 10 minutes inside of this worksheet, but it is the compass that navigates my workday. Not only that, it helps provide a clear, achievable goal that you're trying to hit every day, all while baking in a Pomodorian technique that most people have tried. This has increased my productivity exponentially. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I do that and what process I use inside of this worksheet. I'm also going to leave you guys the link so you guys can go download this worksheet yourself and start finding out how productive you really can be when you track every half hour. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. And I think that this reigns true in today's very busy work environment where there's so many different things in your environment that are going to take up your time, whether it be talking to coworkers, scrolling TikTok or Instagram, replying to messages, replying to text messages. So what I've found is that using this worksheet every day allows me to narrow my focus and hold me accountable to every half hour of work while I'm working. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys over here to my Google Drive, and inside my Google Drive, I have something called my daily planner. Now, I have a blank one at the top, so what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll go duplicate. Once it's duplicated, I'll open that up, and I'm gonna walk you guys through today's, so I'll just open this up for you. So as you can see, it's a pretty basic Google Doc. And the great thing about this is it doesn't take very much time to go ahead and fill this out. So every morning, I will go ahead and open this sheet after duplicating it. I'll change the date in the top left. Then I'll go to what time I actually woke up. So I woke up at 7 this morning. I put woke up, coffee, shower, started writing. Now, when I say started writing, that means I went ahead and opened this document up, scroll to the bottom, and there's something called your productivity inventory. So down here, all I do is I'll pick 3 things that I want to get done today that are super important to my business. Write for 2 hours, record video and send out, and check funnels and campaigns. Now, there are a few more things down here, such as how you can improve, a percentage rating, what distractions you had, and some KPI metrics over here. For me, it's call booked and call conducted. So how this works, if you're familiar with the Pomodorian technique, you're supposed to twist this little apple, and that apple goes ahead and sets up a timer for you, and then you try to work on a specific task during that 30 minutes. Now, why this is genius is every half hour of my workday is already blocked out here. So all I have to do is go ahead and type what I did in that past half hour. So at 7:30, I said that I wrote 5 topics to build out into YouTube and school content. So I went ahead and I worked on those and got those done. So in a sense, there was a half hour impending that causes the same technique that the Pomodorian employs. So for the next block, we have brainstorming video topics, build out outline for first content piece, post 1 big idea on X. So every hour or so while you're working throughout the day, go ahead and pin this tab in your Google Chrome so you can quickly reference it. Just go ahead in the top right and hit pin, and it'll put it over here so you can easily access it without it getting in the way. Now, every half hour, come in here and type what you did in the past half hour. Now you can also use this to project what you're going to do in the next half hour. So don't let this take you out of flow state, because if your juices are flowing and you're getting a lot of work done, then obviously you don't want to have this productivity thing get in the way. I would suggest that you don't let 2 to 3 hours go by without coming in here and typing a few things out. You don't have to go very in depth. A few words will work, as I'll show you later in the video. So when you have completed your full workday, now you can go up here in the top right and there's hours, focus, and output. So depending on how many hours you work, let's just go ahead and say I worked 8 hours. And then for focus, let's say I had a 8 on focus today and an output of 8 as well. Now, these are very important because the later steps I'm going to be showing you on how to consolidate this data. So once you get that completed, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. Now, any of the productivity inventory that you have completed, go ahead and make an X in there. Anything that doesn't get completed here, for example, if I wasn't able to check my funnels and campaigns, this would get dragged over into the next day. The next part of this is filling out your distractions. And for example, whatever your distractions were on that day, like for me, for example, I had a friend get back into town, so I spent a lot of time texting and messaging. Now move over to how I could improve. So for example, you're gonna go ahead and just very quickly, don't take a lot of time on this, but just very quickly jot down how you could improve. Like for example, today I could have put my phone in another room while I worked. I could have made breakfast the day before so I didn't have to stop working. So go ahead and you fill these out. And this is just for broad awareness of where's my time going? How can I improve it? When you do this every single day, what happens is your ability to have transparency on where your day goes skyrockets. The goal is to try to be perfect. All right, there's gonna be days where you're only able to get 4 or 5 hours of work in, and you can come in here and type in how you can improve. What we're really trying to do here is just give awareness to every half hour of time while you're working so you can kind of see where your time's going. Without this tracker, sometimes I will waste 3 to 4 hours on tasks that only required 30 minutes. So by having 30-minute time frames, I'm able to set a task, work on it, don't get to it, move it to the next time frame. And then if I can't finish it, then move it to the next time frame. So you may see here 10:30 could be editing, depending on how long that takes. And that's gonna bring you over to the next step in the process where you're actually going to do an exercise I like to call 100 units of time. When you have completed this worksheet, at the end of the week, you'll have 5 of these. Now, what you can do is just open up your snipping tool. So just go ahead and open up your snipping tool, hit new, and then you're going to grab the document right here. You're gonna go ahead and right click copy. Then we're gonna go over to GPT-4. Now I have a custom GPT that I go ahead and talk to, but what you do is you paste all 5 of these worksheets in here, and then you go ahead and say, this was my work week. Where can I improve? Show me the numbers on time spent per task and where my time went. Now, this is gonna go ahead and spit out exactly what you did that week, and it's gonna go over ways to improve, and it's gonna analyze you analyzing yourself. So it's even better to have a higher level perspective on how your day is going, how your week's going, as you're trying to move the ball forward in your business. Here, it's gonna break down time spent per task, analysis and improvement, morning routine efficiency, maximize writing and recording sessions, step-by-step action plans. It's gonna go ahead and do this all for you. Now, I do have a GPT here. This is a custom GPT that I use called Motivate GPT. It helps start my morning actions with the highest ROI actions possible for my business. And in this GPT, I have it configured pretty much to go ahead and take my documents and then go ahead and analyze them. And once it analyzes them, it goes ahead and it gives me the best productivity tips that it can to help me improve day to day. Now, the ability to track your progress as you move forward through your day or week is crucial in making huge movements in your business. This helps show continuous growth as you move along through your journey. Any project you're trying to work on, this can be a huge catalyst to help you achieve things faster and more efficiently. Also, as you move through this process, it helps you get into the mindset that every half hour is a chance to start something new and build something meaningful in that past half hour. So the reason video games are so successful is they show progress bars and they show certain tasks that you're supposed to go and find quests and what ingredients you need for those quests. So the ability to do this yourself and kind of create and gamify your own system that you can work in every day that really only takes about 10 minutes or less can really take you to the next level. I hope you guys got value from this video. Go ahead and check out any of my other videos down below, and I'll leave a link to this worksheet so you can start deploying this today and 10x your productivity. I'll catch you in the next one.